Jaz Anand, and I'm a fraud product manager with Actimize. Actimize is the leading provider of financial crime software for the financial services industry. I'm going to share with you my top 5 tips for the card fraud industry in 2010. The first and largest influence to card frauds in 2010 will be the implementation and proliferation of chip technology on cards. Chip technology describes a chip that's placed on a card and replaces the mag stripe for transactions that are conducted within the regions where EMV, Europay, MasterCard, and Visa standard has been implemented. The exceptions to the implementation of the regions are Chile and the US. With the implementation of chip and PIN, fraud will tend to migrate from regions where the safest standard of chip is being used to regions where chip is not necessarily going to be implemented in the near future. So, top tip 1, we're going to see an increased use of counterfeit fraud activity in the US as a result of card data stolen in regions where EMV has been implemented. My second trend is card not present fraud. Closely related to the deployment of chip and PIN, card not present fraud will slowly increase as a result of the decreased use of counterfeit fraud activity through mag stripe compromises locally in regions that have deployed chip and PIN technology. Information stolen on cards can still be used to transact online or for mail or telephone order transactions. And so, like we've seen in the UK, throughout 2010, we're bound to see a significant increase in the use of fraudulent transactions for online purchases and other purchases where the physical card itself is not required. Number 3, the use of prepaid cards, particularly in underserved markets and markets where the growth of card technology is still abundant, like in Asia Pacific and in Africa, we'll see a significant increase. The use of these prepaid cards is targeted towards increasing the percentage of unbanked people using card payment facilities. Tip number 4, we'll see an increased use of contactless payments. Contactless payments allow you to use a card using near-field communication, where the card is simply tapped against the point of sale and the transaction occurs more rapidly. Both prepaid and contactless growth will allow the payment card industry to move into the micropayment world, where card transactions will no longer be used for high-value purchases, but also for day-to-day purchases like coffee, gum, and quick purchases. Contactless will enable those transactions to occur quickly, and the prepaid cards will allow a larger population to use card payment types. The last trend for 2010 is mass data compromises. We've seen some significant card losses as a result of compromises like Heartland and TJX, and I believe in 2010 we'll see a few more of those. Significant data compromises where the information is directly delivered to organized crime groups that then create counterfeit plastics. And tying it back to top tip 1, that activity will primarily start to occur in the US. Thank you very much. This is Jaz Anand, product management for Actimize. Those are my top 5 tips for the card fraud industry for 2010.